Hello, everyone, and welcome to Philly by Night, the Monster Within. We are live, and we're about to bring you some drama, maybe some trauma. The players here have executed some of these things incredibly well, and we'll see how that all turns out. But before we get started, I am your storyteller, Prince, also known as dimplesndice, he, him. And I am going to be conducting the chaos tonight. And when I say chaos, I mean that because they left us in a very chaotic situation. If you were here for our last episode, a Wight went to town on a college party, and they intimidated another kindred out of the territory, probably. Yeah, it was emasculating, probably. I think so. But before we get into all that, let's start by letting you know there's content warnings for this episode. If you do exclamation VCW in our chat, you can see all of our content warnings. But as usual, this may contain body horror, gore, violence, manipulation and coercion, mature language. I will cuss. Others will cuss. We're not trying to be child friendly on YouTube. It is what it is. Physical or psychological and existential horror and sexual themes. Generally, this is related to vampiric feeding, but it could also be related to the messiness that is this group. You should all protect yourselves. If you need to, step away. This is a story about monsters. It is in the title. So if you need to take a little bit of time away, step away from the game. Watch us on YouTube. Please do that. Our episodes go up every Friday, though they are chopped in half. So if you want to see the full episode experience, you need to be here. So with that said, let's get into it. So we left off with some heroes. It was kind of heroic what they did. I'll give them that. It was somewhat heroic. They definitely stopped the Wight that was rampaging in the streets and killing kids. One kid got thrown into a building and kind of exploded into some gore. It was not great. This thing was cutting through people and tearing through people, and even tore through Crux to an extent. But Crux just big balls did and just put this thing in a chokehold. And the rest of the group was able to subdue it. They were able to get a ride from one of the security guards who realized that this might be a bit of a mess if they let this go on any longer. And so they gave them the keys to a vehicle. They put the Wight in the trunk. And that's where we are. Now, I've skipped over some details, but if you didn't watch the last episode, that's on you. That's not about me. So I bring this to our party. You have a vehicle. You have this Wight in the trunk, this rampaging beast that you see yourselves in to an extent that this could one day be you if you let your hunger get the best of you, if you let it go a little too out of control, if you listen to Sal in your head too much, this could indeed be you. But for now, none of you are in an existential hunger danger situation. So what are we doing?
I think we see Cal leaning on the horn because they're driving, and looking in the back, like looking in the mirror into the back seat. Okay, so where the fuck am I even going with this thing?
I don't know. What do we? The can we go back to the TLA?
Already?
We finished.
Shit.
Okay, because those lights are getting a little closer, so I need to go left or right. Tell me if I'm getting on the interstate or not.
What kind of vehicle is this? Is this a minivan?
An SUV.
It's SUV.
SUV. Yeah, I guess we're fine. We've got Wight lad zip tied in the back on the ground, so there isn't really a problem in that. So highway.
All right. Shit. And Cal keeps driving, starting to make their way back to where we came from, I can only assume.
Do you have dots to drive?
Do I have what to drive?
Any dots in drive?
Oh, I was like, is that a type of license I don't know about? No, I don't.
That's a skill.
It's a sky.
It is a skill.
Yeah.
No. I do not.
Okay. So we're gonna make a little roll here. A little roll. Let's go with Dex and Drive.
Okay.
Glad it's you.
Okay. What do I do if I don't have any pips?
Then you just roll your Dex.
Okay, that's
You
still
can always-
4 die.
You got good decks,
Yeah.
right?
I do have good decks. Still 4. That's 1 success on my hunger die.
Okay.
Only.
Would you like to burn some willpower to reroll the other 3 die?
Yes. How much willpower do I burn? 1 per die?
You just burn 1 and you can reroll up to 3 dice.
Okay, I'll do that. I will do that. Because I get the feeling that we're going to pop a flat if I don't. Okay, much better. 2 total.
Okay. What's your approach here? Are you trying to speed through this, or are you trying to just like get out of here and then get into the road and just blend in?
The latter. Almost definitely. It's late. It's a party night in Philly. I'm trying to get away from here as fast as possible. And from there, I don't want this weird thing in the trunk because I am driving. It's not a good situation to be in. I don't even know this car. I'm going fast.
Cool. So it's a little hairy at first because your nerves are getting the best of you at the start.
I hit the curb at least twice.
But after you catch that, you actually don't end up in the immediate vicinity of police, at least not in any visible way, because you make your way off this little side street, turn on the Broad. Basically, everybody that's driving down Broad is kind of speeding at this point of the night. So
That's what I thought.
the cops aren't really stopping people for this. And then once you get out of the immediate range of the university, it's fine, because then you're heading towards Center City. You can break off, hop on the highway, good to go. Now you're in the situation. The highway kind of loops around the city, going south from where you're going. You know that the people were at the TLA. Don't know if they're still there.
Cal looks. No, go ahead.
Do I even know where where in the future I'm supposed to find Dr. I forgot his last name.
Albright.
Albright, thank you.
That's a great question. You don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Cool. Yeah, we're just gonna.
You were kind of kept in the dark from everything up until very recently.
Yeah. So
You
the
got a
only
few
place-
questions answered. Yeah.
Yeah, the only place I know where to go is back to TLA.
And you weren't technically in the TLA. You were in a closet, in a basement,
Yeah,
hidden away from folks.
yeah. So
I would say, Adonis, you're probably the most familiar with the way the TLA is set up. So I'll give you this little tidbit. The TLA is in neutral, I say in air quotes, territory. This stunt move that y'all pulled off, having all of these newly embraced kindred showing off up there in neutral territory, which was essentially a Camarilla event, was kind of a not so subtle flex. This is not normally where y'all hang out as Camarilla. Usually, the Miller Theater is where you post up for events. Outside of that, you have to find people wherever they are. You did get the Scourge's number, though. That's the information y'all have to work with.
Well, we have the Scourge's number, and we also were told that if we need to send, if we need to send something sensitive, we should use couriers.
Just looks in the back seat. Does this count?
I think, yeah.
We should just make the phone call.
Yeah. Who wants to do it?
Busy.
Crux, you are our glorious fist, so.
Why did I know you were gonna? I'm assuming we all have the number, so I just pull out my phone, and I dial up the Scourge.
Hello?
Hey,
Anya speaking.
Miss Scourge. It's Crux.
Do not do that. Anya.
Hey, Anya.
Hello.
We finished the job. We told the guy everything. We do have a bit of a problem.
Solve it.
Okay. Do you want me to explain more? Just solve it. The instructions.
What kind of problem would need my intervention?
Well, we have another creature in the backseat of a car that we were given that's a little rabid. And we stopped it, and we've tied it up, and now we don't really know where to take it.
Why do you have it tied up? Why didn't you end it?
I'm not gonna lie to you, didn't we were told okay, yeah, no, that's a really good question. Genuinely,
It was a masquerade breach. It was breaching the masquerade. We didn't want to further breach the masquerade.
Did they just hang up on us?
Yes, that's fine.
Cool. Well, I'm glad it's her, because I think everyone else would have danced around the topic, and I think there was just this like slow turn to the back. I guess we now know what we should do.
Okay,
And that
so
is...
destroy it?
Isn't that against? And Crux pulls out the little book. Isn't
You
that
get
against-
a
No.
text message, Crux, right after this from a different number. It says, get rid of your phone and say nothing of us ever again over telecommunications. Period.
I didn't say. And I think Crux just lets everyone other than I guess Calliope see the phone, and then crushes it. Okay, to be clear, that wasn't me, right? I didn't say. I said I was trying to speak in code.
All we said was masquerade breach.
I
That could
think
be anything.
you're not allowed
But
to-
I
don't
think it
you're-
is my. But I think it
that-
is my fault.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed
I'm
to.
in
you're not
trouble.
supposed to
That's
say
okay. Yeah, that's okay.
No.
No.
I did the same thing, except it was with Adonis, so it was a lot less like I didn't get in trouble. that time.
Serious? Yeah.
Yeah.
I will deal with that when I have to. Right now, it's kind of not worth worrying about.
Yeah, no. And I think Crux does the extra step of like finding the SIM card in the rubble and psst, just like whole thing gone.
Okay, so, what is that thing?
What does it
That's a
look like?
Wight.
Oh,
It's just like a feral vampire. It hasn't been fed in a while for one reason or another. Normally, probably has possibly had food withheld. Torture.
And we're supposed to kill it?
yes.
Should we feed it?
No,
And I think can we do that?
no, it's
It's one of us,
the-
kind of.
It's past the point of reason, I think.
and humanity and everything. It's just the beast in
Now,
quotation.
You wouldn't know this. He looks up you and down, but I get a lot of that about myself. So pardon me if I'm skeptical against that rhetoric. Are you sure it's beyond reason?
Yes. I'm so sure.
I'm not sure, actually. I'm just kind of going by what the texts say. Based on what we've seen tonight, it acted that way. But, I think if we were hungry, perhaps we would act the same way. But it's hard to tell. But I do think we need to kind of think about maybe the bigger picture here. Because if we're wrong and we feed it, we're just strengthening it to do more damage.
And we also did just get in trouble. So
yeah.
I don't really have I'm not feeling too comfortable on doing something else. And that thing did try to kill me.
Tried to kill a lot of
it did.
People,
it did kill
including
a
yourself. It killed at least one person. So I think that alone, even if this was a rational vampire, they would still be on the chopping block for their actions tonight because they breached the masquerade. They exposed us.
Okay. We're not on the chopping block for the phone thing, right?
I think we've been on the chopping block since we got off the stage.
Yeah.
This whole
I don't
thing.
think I've ever gotten.
I think
off
the stage
chopping block.
was the chopping block, and we've just never left.
Okay. So we got a couple more knife ticks before we're like chopped, if we're lucky.
Probably depends on how well we do with this.
And Crux just kind of
We have to prove useful.
Okay. I've never killed anyone. This may come to a shock.
No, why would I assume that? Why would anybody assume that you killed somebody?
I think Crux looks over to Adonis. No.
He doesn't say anything.
Someone was. I mean, if somebody were to kill someone before becoming a vampire. Rich people do fucked up things.
No, I agree with you. I also think that maybe they, generally speaking about rich people, I think they would, maybe, but I don't know if that's Adonis.
Adonis likes to throw out their toys before they break.
Okay, that's a strong.
Not really into the death throes.
Okay, that's a plus towards you, Adonis. Okay,
It's not how I meant it.
Yeah, that
They
was
speed up a little.
So we should
awkward tension.
Let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere to
We should go someplace remote where we won't be observed, and then take care of it.
So the beach?
Maybe. Storyteller. Would I be able to make a roll to maybe think of somewhere, not like outside of vampire life in my previous life, that is discreet enough? I have 2 in streetwise, if that helps.
Yeah, let's go with wits and streetwise, I think, or wits and subterfuge.
I have streetwise. Wait, hold on. I have to click the roll button. I got 2 successes.
So here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could think of a plethora of places where you could leave a body, mostly in empty, abandoned houses. Sure. There's a ton of them around the neighborhood that you generally stay in. However, that's back the way you came. Now, outside of that, there is the very movie sort of situation where you're thinking, well, I could just throw them in the river.
A vampire? I don't know the answer. Yeah, I relay this. So, I mean, if we got to do a deed, we can go back to north, or we could throw it in the river.
Aren't they supposed to turn into dust when they die? When we die?
Crux looks
That
everyone
depends
else.
on the age.
Yeah,
What about when we
depends, I
die?
think.
Inconvenient.
Have anyone seen when one of us dies?
No,
Oh,
I was
What
turned
hap-
like 2 weeks ago.
3 for me.
What happened to your guy?
Oh. And Crux seems to have to think really hard. So it was kind of a haze. I remember he got really skinny, like really, really, really like bones. And because he was bones, I think in my heightened emotional state, I began to crush his bones with my feet. So no, we do not turn to dust. Actually, I have seen one of us die. Thank you for that reminder. I try not to think about it, but so river it is. Because I don't think we can. I think it's an equally a beach, if you will, if we were to leave a body somewhere.
Just tell me where to drive.
I go to the assumed beach that Prince maybe was inferring when I asked the question.
Like
So
a
you're
river walk area
Yeah.
park. Kinda
There's
thing.
there's a pier actually that kisses New Jersey.
yes, it is.
Oh,
To
yeah,
the
we should
pier.
absolutely take it to Jersey.
The other side is
Take it to
Camden.
Jersey.
You could go on the other side into Jersey and then
Would that be a problem?
hey,
I feel like you're
hey
baiting
guys.
us.
Hey,
Let's not
I
do
want to
that.
just like, yeah, let's not. I'm not
Let's
trying to
time
mitigate
out.
here.
I think
Time
Philadelphia
out.
by night should stay in Philadelphia. So let's
Well,
maybe not.
Yeah,
do Jersey.
yeah.
It's also not just that, but that we have to deal with like maybe like other cameras.
I don't think I want to. I don't think I
Let's
want
not
to do
cross
Yeah,
Let's
state
not
lines.
cross
Yeah.
state line.
Yeah.
But I'm down to go to the pier.
Yeah, let's find a dark spot up here. And I think there's a long silence as we drive.
It's like that I know what you did last summer type silence where everyone's just like, what the fuck's going on?
Because we have to kill a man.
After like
No.
4.5 minutes,
Oh, God.
Cal turns the radio on. But go ahead, B.
You have to say something about us.
I'm Crux, don't you have a particular proclivity you could just take care of it?
Cap,
Take care of it?
I don't want another friend here. And I think
Who's
that's
to
the
say
first.
that
I
you
don't know if
have
Crux has ever
another
explained this
roommate?
to you.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You know, we're all in the same car, right? So we can hear you.
No, I mean, and I think that's when it dawns. You all may not know this. I think I've explained this briefly. When you get too hungry, who explained this to me? I don't remember. Someone, I think it was Julian Albright. Dr. Albright was kind enough to explain to me that when you finish a plate, clear out a plate completely, you tend to get a little bit of a leftovers in your literal body, mind, spirit. Got the sire.
Oh,
So
right.
Yeah. If you've seen me
Yes, right.
impassionedly arguing at random, it's him. Don't really know how to cope with it, not gonna lie. I've actually decided to compartmentalize that so far. He does help like 1 out of 8 times. So in fact, I have a place to live now because of him. Well,
Nice.
it's my gym where I was turned forcibly, but somewhere.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think it would be bad to ask him for advice
Should we go there?
to your gym.
Yeah. Or is the river the best option?
Honestly, I think the river is a bad idea.
Yeah, I honestly
Okay,
don't
the
even
river's a bad idea?
understand.
Okay.
I don't really understand the river idea to begin with.
Thought
Like,
that
are
would
we
throw it in? But I don't know if
alive
Bugs.
or dead?
dead.
Yeah, I don't know. If
okay.
that's
Crux, do you know how to kill a vampire?
That was actually going to be
do
my
you-
question once we got to the back trunk. No.
Okay.
Outside of
Hmm.
my proclivities, which I don't really want to do, I can do most of it.
well, you'd want to stake it in the heart first, and then when it won't be able to move. So then we could easily remove its head
Is that how you?
Thank you.
or something.
Is that how
Valerie.
you? do it?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you just tell me that? Why are you testing me? I literally am the least experienced person here.
I'm not experienced. I like to study.
That's a form of experience. So
I say we
Shit.
divorce the head from its shoulders, and
Sure.
we have a nice bonfire.
That's a really
Problem
good
solved.
idea. That's why you're co-leader.
Shut up.
You're
You know,
what?
I am very confused.
Lieutenant.
Why did you decide that? I thought, is this not a
lieutenant?
democracy?
No, it's definitely a democracy.
Like,
I mean, it
it's
seems
clearly not, because you're just giving out roles willy-nilly and
would
nobody
you
else
like
gets a
a
say.
role? Yeah, you can have a say. Let's be clear here. I did not ask to be leader. This just keeps getting put on me, so this doesn't feel like a democracy. And Adonis keeps answering my questions, so I figured I'd give them a pity role as lieutenant.
Uh-huh, sure.
Shut up, Adonis.
What's filled with penny? Oh.
But if anyone else wants to be a lieutenant or leader, very happy not to be in charge. But I don't think anyone else wants that, because I think I'm the most on the chopping block. Now, no sire. Diablerist. Person with the least amount of knowledge. I think I'm going to die first. So
So, are we going to be lemmings and follow you off the cliff, or are we all going to save ourselves?
Well, Adonis just made a good idea. So it seems like only lemming will be me today.
I don't
I don't
intend to
think
let you
we-
jump.
I also don't think we have to be either. We could just work together.
Fair.
This could be a council, not a monarchy.
I'm down
I
with
want
that.
to emphasize that this is happening
There's
On the
like a feral
highway.
thing in the
Yep.
at like midnight or later. There's a feral vampire in the trunk, and this is like a family argument happening in the front of the car.
the feral
Cal at some point
creature-
turned to keep going toward the pier, and now they're trying to get off the highway to get
Yeah.
back on the highway to
Yeah.
go the other
We're going
way.
to South Philly, yeah.
The
Just
thing in the
keep
back
going
is just
straight.
it's just white noise at this point.
Just
We're
keep
not
going
even paying
down
attention.
95.
It's
it'll be
literal. It's
fine.
literal white noise.
I'll tell you what exit to get off, and yeah.
Okay, so we behead it, and then we burn it.
We burn it.
Anyone have a fire pit?
We did group s'more fires at the place, so there's like a small thing. Might require some segmenting of logs, if you will, but yeah, we got a little thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that works.
let's go to the gym.
Cal drives to the gym.
All right. So indeed, you do take 95 south. So you get to, I think, exit around like Moore Street, I believe, somewhere around there. Yeah. Anyway, get down to South Philly. You're driving this thing. There's the gym. It is basically a large garage. It is on the corner next to a few other, like a little restaurant, a bodega on the end of the corner, then some apartments of it. But it's all just a row on a block, essentially. The gym's the biggest place there. Surprisingly for you, Crux, or maybe not so surprisingly, the gym is closed. Not like closed as in the sign says closed. It is closed permanently. Out of business.
That makes sense. The guy that owned it died.
Sure.
Crux does not want to be here, but they get out of the car. You said it's a garage. Can we like go in with the vehicle?
No.
Damn it. That's fine.
It has the big garage door, but it's not really built to be open and pull anything into it.
Yeah. Just Crux just tells you to like back in the door, the trunk closest to the door, and they'll open it. There's a key probably somewhere to get in. It's one of those places. This feels like one of those places that's very much like the equivalent of a latchkey. like yeah, show up. Like Sal didn't feel very like hands-on, so he had to get in ways. So Crux opens the door the ways they know how, and presumably it opens.
Yeah, Crux, you've watched someone. There's a little combo lock thing with an extra set of keys in there. And you've watched someone open it before and
Yeah.
sort of did your thing. In case you need to get in here and let off some aggression.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know my trauma place like the back of my hand, and I open the door and as closely to the vehicle as much so nobody can actually see us throw a body inside very
So
quickly.
here's the thing, right?
Oh, come on. Yeah.
It is on the corner of a large street. So, but it is late.
Yeah.
There's no one out. So you had to park the car. There's not really like people walking around. Occasionally a car drives by, of course. So it is absolutely a possibility that if you take a body out of the trunk, someone is going to see you. There's no really discreet way to do this without any possibility of being seen, but do your best.
Stealth roll?
Yeah, roll a stealth.
Yeah. What would you like me to?
I'll actually have you roll, because you're grabbing a body and you're trying to like get in here fast. I'm gonna let you roll strength and
You're
stuff.
so nice to me today. Strength, stealth.
Can I also assist? I have 2 dots in stealth.
So do I.
Sure. How are you assisting?
I'm touching the thing. I'm helping and keeping an eye out.
Silly.
Okay. You're touching the thing and helping and keep an eye out. I need something a little bit more descriptive.
Okay, they
than
are
that.
helping Crux, like actually helping hoist the thing, keeping their eyes on a swivel. They
Gotcha.
are like fully
Okay.
adding to the involvement.
Word.
All right. Roll me an extra dice on that, Crux.
Aye, Captain. How do I click anything ever? There we go. I got 4 successes.
4 successes, pretty good. So you hoist this body up out of here. Adonis does the thing that no one really expects Adonis to do, lifts the thing up and kind of drags it around like a drunk friend. Now, if anyone thinks too hard about this, if that's seen it and watch you walk into a gym that is closed permanently or something like that, then maybe, just maybe, it won't be that deceptive. But this is probably the best strategy you could come up with under this kind of pressure.
Yeah.
I think Cal is going to, as everyone is, I assume, getting ready to go in,
Yep.
kind of rolls down the driver's side window. I'm going to take this like 8 blocks away and park it really badly and leave it.
That's actually really where it's going to get towed. Yeah. Crux is exhausted. Good job. And just goes inside.
I dig it. So unless you leave it directly in the street, I will say this: South Philly parking is a motherfucking nightmare. Because basically, people don't drive in Philly that much. And so cars stay parked in certain spaces forever.
For weeks.
Yeah. And so it takes you a few driving around blocks and stuff before you find a spot. But eventually you do find a spot. And I'm assuming when you say park badly, you won't park crooked as fuck or like in the middle of a sidewalk, that sort of situation.
Yeah. Even if I didn't find a spot, I would just get up like right next to the stop sign, you know, like up halfway on the curb at the corner,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Like real bad. Like
No.
ass sticking out. Bad.
I love this. Because this is the thing that actually happens here. You're blocking the whole ass sidewalk. Like people
Fire
don't actually
hydrant.
walk here.
Someone's driveway, whatever needs to be done, it will be done.
They'll have to tell you. Good job.
Someone's trying to turn, they can't see past you because you're an SUV. Yeah,
Exactly.
that sort of action. Fantastic. Cool.
And they make sure that they're like at least 8 blocks away and then a few over as well, like not close to where we stopped for the gym.
Cool. Love it. Back inside. Your basic intuition is telling you that this thing may not be down that much longer.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need to make a roll for this. Y'all are new to this, but y'all ain't like, as my pops used to tell me, I might be some dumb, but I ain't plumb dumb.
Fair enough. Now,
Y'all ain't plumb dumb.
Yeah. So gruesome question that feels like because it feels like we got 2 options and this place is closed. Number 1 question, which is easy mode. Is there like a fire axe in here? Like,
Like break the glass,
Yeah,
fire axe, in case of emergency.
I as Zoe don't know what circumstances differentiates fire axes versus the other things that come in a fire thing, but
Generally, most buildings do not have these anymore.
that's fair. I was waiting for a but. Okay, hard question. Can I? Because I really don't feel like there's anything sharp in here, like in a boxing gym. Unless we start getting creative, but that feels.
Is it just a boxing gym? There's like no weights or anything? Like no
There's
exercise
absolutely
equipment?
weights and not really too much in the exercise equipment sort of thing, but there are weights. Lots of free weights, speed bags. This obviously, if you've seen speed bags or heavy bags, they are attached by chains.
Yeah. So we can
Think about.
crush its head, literally.
You also know that Sal has an office in here.
Oh. I've probably been in there at least once. Yeah, sure. Sal's a freak. Let's go into the office and see if there's anything to help us.
Cool.
Yeah.
It looks like mostly paperwork and, file cabinets, things of that nature. But we'll do a little rolls for this, little roll or two. So let me see here. I'm trying to think. What's your roll? Give me either you can give me wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation.
Does it have to be me? I have like several other smart people.
You could recruit someone else to help you case this place.
Smart
I will
person.
allow that.
Pull up. I think it's Adonis, maybe. Who has awareness and or the other thing? Delaney.
I was like, not you playing Adonis when my whole backstory is I'm a PhD
You are. You do have a
student.
PhD.
Like,
I think they
built
began
for
and then
this
they're like, nope, wrong person. Delaney.
Listen, it's still a 6-die roll for me. I'm just saying.
I built this bitch around intelligence. I don't really have
You get in here.
anything
You come make a
else.
roll. Help me out.
Okay, so let's see. We got 4 intelligence and then investigation. I think Adonis and I might have the same pool, but I think I get some specialty stuff based on.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Let me read this. I do have a little S next to it.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
This is not a social role. Stable mind, that doesn't work here. Specialties. I can't remember what I put the specialty in. Oh, analysis. Would this be like? No? Okay. Had to try.
Not in this case, but I appreciate the
always
shot.
Gotta try. Okay. I got 4 successes.
4 successes. All right. So just a quick look from you, Delaney. You start realizing this motherfucker got paperwork that ain't been filed that has been here for decades. Just don't put shit up. So most of it is stuff you can dismiss. Invoices, equipment, yada, 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 stuff that's been here for a while, so on and so forth. Interesting things of note. There are 2 extra heavy bags in the basement of this place. And once you start going through the drawers, you do indeed find a knife. It is a large knife, as white men tend to carry. It's absurdly large. It's not a machete. It's
like
just a big ass knife. Yeah.
Like a hunting? Okay.
Yeah. And you're pretty sure this dude is wearing it just because it matched with the leather of his belt. So it goes with his suit sort of situation.
He's like a suit, but really wants to look like a cowboy for no reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Literally,
Yes.
this knife has literally never been used.
Yeah, it has not touched nature.
Has like opened his Amazon boxes and that's about it.
Yeah,
His
it's I
family.
think I see cardboard on it.
Yeah, his
It
dad
is a
actually-
nice knife. I will say this. It is a nice knife. He spent a pretty penny on this thing, but it's this practically decorative.
Thank God. Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, I will hand that over to Crux. I'll also like make a note of this office because maybe there's like some other it seems like kind of a hoarder's nest right now, but I wonder if there's like any valuable paperwork in there like about assets and stuff that he might have owned.
Yeah.
So
It might be. It would take you more time
That's
yeah, I'm not
to
doing it
really
now.
case this place, but yeah.
What's in the basement? Yeah, you. Crux.
Stuff like extra stuff.
Well, it just there's just two extra, like two heavy bags down there is what I'm seeing, but I'm not really seeing anything else noteworthy. It seems a little weird.
Why? And I think Crux is. You notice that Crux is kind of like trying to space out on purpose, if that makes sense here.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, weird.
Crux, you do know that like the heavy bags y'all have are relatively new, probably
Yeah.
purchased within the last couple of years. So, and they seem to be in fairly decent shape. There's no reason to have two new ones.
Yeah, that's weird. I think Crux looks over at the struggling body and says, "Well, the basement is a good place to be." So, and grabs this thing by the neck and is gonna go like we're gonna go to the basement to the coup d'état of this really fucked up scenario. And I think there's a moment where Crux is dragging this body to the basement and looks over off to like a corner that has an indent in it. Hesitates.
So wait, you're going to the basement?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the basement because
Okay,
what better place to kill a body than a basement?
sure. So the basement, you haven't been down here before, Crux. It's not really a place that you would go. It is relatively large because this is a large building. However, it is not the width of the building. This basement seems to be like what half of a building would be. Like it was a row home that had a basement. This is the half of it that is a basement. Mostly it's just boxes of old shit down here.
Sure.
The only new thing that you see when you turn on the light is a large box with these two heavy bags in them, and they're not full,
Sure.
or at least not as far as you could tell. It just says, you know, blah 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 company heavy bag filled with sand, yada yada yada. There is a couple of more than a couple, like a half a dozen of sandbags down here as well.
Wow.
Not that surprising. Speed bags, heavy bags filled with sand, basic thing there. There's extra weights down here, extra barbells, that sort of thing. And you realize there are some chains down here, chains that kind of like attach to a belt. You realize that a lot of people wear chains around their belt, so they put weights on them when they're doing different exercises, trying to do speed moves, that sort of thing, to build up some of that strength for explosive speed.
Cool. Yeah, I think because I guess I'm taking the lead on this with as much suppression and exhaustion in my soul as possible. I think I'm going to throw the body down on the ground, like on top of a chain, kind of, and then use the chain to kind of like basically step on it to pin this thing down some more as some more reinforcement.
And it's starting to struggle a little bit more. You know, these what I'll say is the zip ties are tight.
Yeah.
And they're cutting into this thing's skin. And you realize it's struggling against these zip ties, and it may tear its arm off along the way to get out of the zip tie.
Feeling. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just use the chains. I mean, it's not going to take long in my, I guess. So I just kind of wrap some chains in there as a little bit of reinforcement, or even more as like stabilizing.
Yep.
And almost, and I think Crux is stepping on the body from its back, with this huge ass knife. You only live twice, I guess. And Crux is just gonna do it. Knife to the neck, vampire strength as much as possible, and wants to hopefully clean slice decapitation.
Give me a strength and melee roll. Or, yeah, strength and melee.
Huh. I don't have melee. Is that a thing that I should have based on? I didn't know that in
You
general.
don't have to have
Roll
it.
is fists. Melee is weapons.
Okay. then that makes sense. I mean, I don't have anything, so I'm just rolling strength basically. I got 1 success, and I'm going to use willpower.
Okay.
Also, in the future, kiddos, don't forget you can blood buff for
is that?
2
Yeah,
extra dice.
you can rouse your blood before you do the roll to add 2 extra die to it, if
Yep.
you need to like boost yourself.
As a newbie, can I get some leniency and do that? I don't actually know what that means. Any of those things. Can I do that?
Roll me a rouse check then.
Word. Do I just roll a random dice?
Yeah, just roll a die.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just roll.
It's just to see if you get hungry. or not.
On if you're using Demiplane, up at the top of the sheet, all the way at the top is a button that just says roll for rouse.
Oh,
Just click
nice.
that.
I rolled with real dice and I got a cross. That's good, right? Cross good.
Cross. Yes, good.
Cool. I succeeded.
You succeed. So you don't,
so you
get,
don't
hungrier,
get hungry.
Okay.
and then you get an extra die to your strength.
I thought it was 2.
I know. It does depend on your blood potency and your generation.
Oh, right,
Yes.
right.
Oh,
Yeah, but on the errata, it's 2 dice now for blood potency.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Sure. I think I get 2 because I see prowess. 1 rouse check. No.
Not talking about prowess here.
God damn it. I'll learn it eventually. So I'm
You're good.
rolling 3 dice, and I have 1 extra dice because of rouse.
2 extra dice.
You get 2 extra
All
die.
right. Fuck yeah. Okay. So that's 4 successes.
Okay. So you try to do this clean. You do. And you do a pretty good job. It's not clean, though. Using a knife to cut a thing's head off, it takes a little bit more precision, and you don't really use knives. So this is kind of new. So you have 4 successes. You get in there and you kind of get the wrenching sort of tear action jump off. But because you were so like hyped up and punched in, you got all the way down to the concrete. And so there's a bit of tearing action that happens. And this thing is growling. And then
Oh, fuck.
it does not turn to dust. There's some blood here, a little bit of graying of the skin that happens pretty fast. But it bleeds for a little while.
I'm not drinking that. And I think Crux just when it's done, drops to his knees. Covered in blood, presumably, at least on the hands.
Yeah. Because you had to get that nice wrenching action shoved off.
Yeah. And Crux is just kind of hyperventilating. Doesn't have to breathe, but like it's just kind of like I'm so tired.